New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Parents of a student at a Florida high school are enraged after a racist video went viral on social media. Then the school administrators decided to do the unthinkable. Edited version of a Snapchat video shared on the news showed two white students, one wearing a certain style white hood, laughing and using racial slurs seemingly aimed at their Yulee high school classmates. The video was sent to a group of black students who confronted the kids seen in the video, which led to an altercation. Assistant superintendent stated that the students who shared the video and those who confronted the student in it were all reprimanded. Parents of the students who confronted the filmmaker stated that they were suspended for 5 days. Meanwhile, nothing happened to the students who appeared in the video. Now, parents are upset with the school administrators for handling the situation unfairly. They met on Wednesday night to discuss the controversy. Quote, "The purpose of this meeting is to make sure we are all moving as one, aligned on the goal, establish an effective way to communicate, and most importantly, the beginning steps of positive forward progression." And that was stated by parent Melissa Ricks. One parent accused Principal Yvonne Joinville of flubbing the situation. Quote, "Basically, it's his fear of this going public, not that it's been mishandled. Not that they didn't address the real issue at hand. None of the above. It's that he doesn't want the public knowing about this situation." Video was sent to black students, then widely circulated at the school. Ricks, whose son was sent the video and was one of the students suspended, says that she believes that the school has an underlying issue with racism. Quote, "All we need is an administration that cares about the issue and is willing to publicly bring awareness to our students and our community. They are actively looking for ways and resolutions to bring in the parents, bring in the students, and figure out a way to bring these kids together and stop allowing separation." Released October 22nd, Nassau County School District Assistant Superintendent Mark Durham stated that the district and the high school, quote, "want to make it clear that the acts of discrimination based on race will not be tolerated on our campus or towards our students. Individuals committing such acts will be subject to disciplinary consequences. We recognize that many students were negatively affected by this content of this video, and the school is prepared to support their needs." He also claims that the video was filmed over the summer and not on school property. On Friday, players of Yulee's football team wanted to sit out during the homecoming game to show support for their teammates who have been suspended. But parents stated that after being told by the school's principal that they would not be able to play for the rest of the season, athletes had to find another route. A video obtained by the news channel shows that the players opted to wave their teammates' jerseys instead. A parent told the local news that it was unbelievable that the kids who made the vile, nasty, distasteful video are still able to attend school while the students who spoke up about it to defend themselves are sitting at home. Just let me just show you, right, how the system works. So you had two students that decided that they wanted to make a video using a slur, right? And also wearing a pillowcase, directly over his head, trying to be funny. Ha ha, he, ha ha, right? So the black students ended up seeing the video, which was directly sent to them, and then it was fully, pushed out to the rest of the school. The black students decided to confront those two students, and then a altercation basically ensued, right? Now, normally, usually what would took place, right, which would have been equal footing, which is, all those involved, right, in the altercation at least, would have been like, all right, you guys are going to have, some time away from each other because y'all going to be at home, right? That's normally what takes place in fights. But the school system thought it would be a good idea to basically, right, discipline the black students who basically were a part of the altercation. but not looking at the cause and the effect that the altercation took place because of the visuals, right? That the white students decided to put out there and specifically sent it to the black students first, right? They were like, that doesn't really matter. We don't really care about it because supposedly it really wasn't on school property. So, our hands are pretty much tied on that. We're not really responsible for that. That's mostly a parenting issue, a home issue. So we're going to allow them to deal with that. But what happened on school grounds, we can control. And guess what? Those black students, you guys want to start fights? Guess what? You're suspended, right? So the black students get suspended. So the football team, in show of support, right, for their teammates that ended up getting suspended by way of the altercation, which is in direct correlation with the video that was sent out by the white students who specifically chose to send it to a black group, then let the whole school see it, right, ended up almost getting reprimanded in a way because the principal told them, was like, yo, we're not going to allow you to protest. If you want to decide that you want to protest, then guess what? You're not going to be able to play for the rest of the season. So you better make up your mind if this is something that you really want to do. That's literally what the school told them. So they were like, probably thinking in their minds, it's like, yo, I really love football, but, I do care about my teammates and what, took place. So, let's try to, figure out something, that's going to work on both sides, right? So what you see directly in front of you is what they did. It was just a brief thing that was able to take place because the school district threatened, right, to take away their rights to be able to play football because they wanted to do the right thing and bring awareness and protest. So they were like, you know what? When we come out, we're going to be, we're going to hold up their jerseys. That's going to be, in a sense, our protest for, our teammates, our show of support. So, all right. So the black students get in trouble, get suspended. The students who want to support their teammates that were suspended by correlation of the actions of the other white students, they almost got reprimanded due to the fact that the school did not want them to protest, right? They almost had their right to play football taken away from them for a whole season because they felt they wanted to do the right thing, right, and support their teammate. And the main people that did not have anything happen to them are the students that caused it. But people want to sit up there and tell me that stuff is equal across the board in America. How does that work? How does that work? I would love for some Alabaster folks to explain that to me. How is that an even type of play when the people that caused the issue from the jump are the ones that have nothing happen to them? And the school even confirmed that they didn't get disciplined. But yet they're sitting up there telling people that every party involved got disciplined. That's a lie. They blatantly lied. But, people want to make it seem as though, this is something that black people make up. And it's not. And it's not. But like I said before, and I'm going to keep saying again, this is America. Case in point, this is woven into the fabric. This is woven into the DNA. This is not pretty much ever going to change. Even when 2030 basic, 2030, 2034 basically comes around, right? It's not really going to change anything. It's going to, in a sense, heighten everything, right? And like I said before, these are the same individuals that want to run around talking about, oh, racism doesn't exist. It's only in your mind. And, it's only, the left that's being divisive and, and all this other stuff. And pushing all of this, I don't see race. I don't see color. Everybody's American. But as I did in a previous video, I read off the actual definition of American. And I'm not sure if any of those Alabaster folks out there like reading, but it didn't start off by saying that everybody was American. No. That was to the indigenous and the copper colored folks that were found on this continent. But have everybody else basically tell it. But have the same people that drove the natives to extinction, the same people that drove the indigenous to extinction, have them sit up there and tell the story. The second definition now reads that it is now being represented as those who are of a European blood who are born on the continent of North America. See how that works? See how that replacement came in when it was originally the indigenous folks, and then they were just replaced all of a sudden, and now it goes to the people that originally stole the land, and now they're considered the Americans. And people get confused on why I say true Americans. People get mad on why I say that. I need people to start reading. But like I said before, it is what it is. And for a lot of the black families, that are directly out there, what I need y'all to sit up there and start doing. All right, so to the one of the black parents that was talking about separation, I put it to you like this: what do you normally do, right, when you have family, right, that you don't get along with and you don't agree with, and they keep doing the exact same stuff that you told them not to do? You separate. You don't stay near them. You don't stay living by them. You don't associate with them no more. You leave them on that side, and you're clearly on the other side. So to talk about this whole thing dealing with quote unquote, separation, I don't exactly know where you're trying to go with that. Like the whole thing that black people keep rolling on with Dr. King and all of these other things, to me is a little bit crazy, because I'm not sure if black people realize it or not, but the very same people who be toting up Dr. King, that don't look like you, they're the same ones that took his life. So yeah, I'm not sure if black people really understand what it is that you're saying. And even Dr. King came back and stated that, yo, I made a mistake. I sent my people into a burning building. Right? He thought he was doing the right thing when realistically, he was being used. He was being used, but yet they don't want to sit up there and tell you that full story. They just want to give you the "I have a dream" speech. They want to give you all of those hopes and all of those wishes, knowing the fact that people are going to be people at the end of the day. How a person is raised, 9 times out of 10, is also going to be indicative of how it is that they grow up in life. So therefore, if you have someone, right, who is raised by parents who practice racism, who practice bigotry, who practice discrimination, that means that those kids are going to practice and have those exact same beliefs and ideologies. So, like I said, I don't know what else to 100% tell black people other than the fact that if you have problems with people, it's normal to separate, so you can focus and do what it is that you need to sit up there and do with the least amount of distractions that's possible. Just because you separate does not make you racist. It doesn't. Stop believing that farce that all of them want to sit up here and say. They want you there because they want your energy. They want you there because they want to know what it is that you're doing. They want you there because they want to be able to keep an eye on you. Because the moment in time that they can't look at you and they don't know specifically what it is that you're doing or what it is that you're thinking, guess what? It's going to be a problem. So black people got a few choices. You can either allow this to keep happening, right? Or you can start homeschooling, or you can get together to create your own schools so that you can alleviate a lot of these issues from taking place to your kids, and that also within that you can teach them and give them the education that you feel that they want, that is going to make them the best version of themselves. Because as I stated to people before, a lot of the stuff that I learned in high school, I'm not using that right now. A lot of the stuff we learned in high school, we're not using that on job applications. Like, nobody's asking us any of those questions every single day. It's pretty much the basics, right? Most of all, it's math. Right? Math and reading. Those are pretty much the main two things that are used every single day, right? When it comes to a job. That's pretty much, well, also, in critical thinking, right? But they've pretty much got rid of critical thinking. So that's, in a sense, not even really used, because now they got it to the point where people are trained to just basically believe whatever it is that, the higher ups basically tell them. And I mean, the higher ups, such as the governments, the elites, the people with the money, the people that run the world, that own the companies, that own 12 different companies under one house, that type of deal. So, that is what it is at the end of the day. Like I said, black people got three choices. And y'all better start sitting up there picking a choice and standing directly in that line and start, working in that line. Because if you don't, you're going to, continuously be pushed further and further and further and further and further and further back. Because you already see how it is right now. And we're in a sense, third place. We're in a sense about to be in fifth place. So, but, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.